Hey Gemini, welcome back for another round of weekly readings. I hope everything has been well from you since you've watched your last video. No new announcements this week. It's been pretty brain drain. God. The only announcement I have to make is that I am tripping over my words today big time. From here on in, I warned somebody else today that I'm just going to ignore it. So if I make funny words up, just go with it, okay? We've got your Gemini energy coming out here. Magician can represent Virgo as well. Master of your own. You've got everything you need, as above, so below. These are the words that come to my head when I see the Magician. What are you up to, Gemini? What is it that you're manifesting? Peace comes to mind for sure. I'm hearing like new beginnings. Okay. You might have recently jumped into a new beginning, and so a part of this journey, now you're at the stage where you're like, all right, where am I going to take this now? Okay, let's see what other cards come out to finish, or sorry, fill in the blanks. Finish the blanks. My goodness. I'll take it. All right, we've got victory. I'll take this one too. Might as well take the two that jumped out on the table. Oh, what is going on here? The Lovers card coming out yet again. This is the third time today that I've gotten the Lovers card after not receiving it. I don't think I've ever received it in this deck since I've gotten it. We've got Three of Swords on the bottom. So in the past, you could have gone through something that was heartbreaking or loss of some sort here. But I love what I see up until this point here. Who did I just do? Aries? I just did Aries, and this came out in this combination here, and I shuffled it very well. So let's just break it down here, though. So basically, you're manifesting victory. I think there's something that you want, and you'll be darned if you don't get it, sort of thing. You know, it's funny, I've been talking all day about this representing choice, but for you, I actually feel that it does represent a love situation of some sort. The Lover's card is the card of Gemini, I will also mention. So you're showing up quite a bit in your own reading. I believe you're also represented within this Nine of Pentacles here. So life looks pretty good for you right now. Whatever it is that you're creating, you're expecting to be victorious, or perhaps you could be creating something where you want to be well known for something. So this could be more career oriented. I feel it's almost both. I kind of get this feeling that you're wanting to manifest both success in your work and your love life, if I'm being honest. Like I said, this is you in this Nine of Pentacles energy, feeling good. And like I said, there might have been some heartbreak in the past here, or just some difficult times. You walked away from that. You're starting out on this new journey, right? Because before the Magician comes the Fool. And even though we don't see him here, we know that it started out on that journey. It started out that way. You know, you're the type of person that you're quite comfortable. You're a self-made person. Very often I see the Nine of Pentacles as somebody who's single and quite comfortable in their own skin, and quite comfortable being single. They're not really pursuing a relationship. If it came along, I'm getting, you'd be happy about it. But if it didn't, you'd still be okay too. Okay. I don't know if you've taken up a new interest. When I see this falconry here, I think of doing something that's unique. There's something that you've done in your spare time that's a bit unique that not a lot of other people do. And I feel like you're quite proud of this, and you've become quite good at it. You've become quite good at it. Maybe it's falconry literally, but I don't feel that. I think it can be a lot more general than that. I think you like spending time in nature. It's kind of like your peaceful place. You might have a really nice backyard, or just a nice yard period that you've kind of been working on. But it always tells me with the grapes in the background too, that there's not a sense, like not a lusciousness, but there's a, gosh, I can't even think of the word. Not opulence either, but your life is really full. Your life is very full right now. Like you're so content. Like it's peaceful. It's good. This is a good spot to be in. But what the Julio is this Ten of Wands about? What is this about? There's a heavy burden that you're still carrying around despite all of this, what's this heavy burden here? Nine of Cups energy. Let's go back, please. We're not going forward just yet. Tell us more. What's this Ten of Wands energy about, please? Well, it's an offer. It could be financial. It could be that you're juggling something. It could be that one of the things that you're trying to manifest career-wise, I don't know if you fear that it's potentially going to be a burden, or if you feel like the burdens are kind of coming to an end. And once this happens, then you can either accept an offer or you can start off on a new venture, I'm hearing. So this is a last push. The last push is the Ten of Wands. So what are you finishing up is my question. What are you wrapping up? That's this Ten of Wands here. Because I really do feel like it's getting wrapped up. Because you can see it's completely out of place with the rest of the cards. Let's clarify. Please clarify what this Ten of Wands is. What needs to wrap up before you can either present an offer or start off. Interesting. That's a lot of cards, but I'll take them. Yeah, so let's set that aside for a minute. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. I got distracted by that big lump of cards that came out. So it relates to a King of Swords. So you could be dealing with another Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Possibly like you were or are married to this person. The first thing that honestly came to mind when I saw that King of Swords is you're needing to wrap up a divorce. And that's nowhere in these cards, but that's just the first thing that popped up in my mind. Especially, this is something that you're going to have to let go of. And I'm just going to roll with my intuition here. Be down the cards, not backing this up until this point. It's almost like you can't move forward towards a new love situation in your life or think about new love until you wrap things up with this King of Swords, okay? This is followed by the Four of Cups and the King of Pentacles and the Death. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, this is very interesting. There's someone else in here you need to wrap things up with. There's two people, and I feel like they're masculine energies that you need to wrap it up with. King of Pentacles, you know, typically Taurus. I always see it as Virgo, but, you know, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy here. This is someone who's well established. I don't feel like you're married to them. Just going to switch the order here. Yep, exactly. I feel like you're involved with this person here, or we're involved with this person. You need to wrap things up with both of these people. There needs to be, sorry, I'm just going to turn the camera a bit for you. There needs to be a death to these situations here with these two people. You need to let go, release that burden so that you can start new. I think Spirit's been offering you ways to do this, or they want to bring in new love for you, but they can't until you put these two puppies to bed, sort of thing. Okay, the Strength card here with the Page of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. Let's see. There's something about these two people, it's hard to let go of them. And it's tied to your strength. I'm wondering if with these two people specifically, they were a challenge for you. Guys, this is coming all intuitively, but I wonder if they've been a challenge for you in that you kind of tamed them. So they could have been people that were kind of guarded or needed help. Someone that initially you thought you could tame to get their attention or whatever. But it feels like these two relationships with these two people was built on that. And I think you're having a hard time walking away from that, but you've got to let that go. And I think that's why you're still feeling this tie to these people, is because it's hard for you to walk away from. This is, in my mind, this is a repeating pattern for you. The Page of Swords Mm. Having troubles feeling the energy off of this. I mean, yes, it can be a spying card, like watching somebody, but can also be communication coming in. I feel like this is almost like, sounds terrible, but it kind of reminds me of like having to chop things out of your life in order to start a new beginning. Like in order for you to push forward in this and let this go and continue on with this beautiful journey here to the Nine of Cups, you almost need to wipe the slate clean, wipe that all out. That's honestly what I'm getting from that card. If you're a traditional reader, you'd probably kill me for saying that, but whatever. This channel's a mix of both, so intuitive and cards. Why am I explaining myself so much? That might also be an issue for you. You might always feel like you're having to explain yourself to people, and you don't. Okay. Now it's interesting. Who is this Knight of Pentacles presenting to? What's this Knight of Pentacles all about? Because this is someone else entirely different. This could be this new love offer that's waiting for you, actually. Yeah. Ten of Swords again. 10 of Swords with the 10 of, or not swords, 10 of Wands. Okay, first message I'm getting, be wary of anyone that comes back from the past and adds to this burden that's going to suck you right back into the cycle. Okay, if there's somebody that comes back around, and this might be someone that you've been waiting for, I feel like there's this connection between the two because they're both earth signs. But if there's someone that you've been waiting for and this person's going to come back to you and offer you something new, be very, very careful because you'll end up right where you started. Okay? It's like, you know. And I believe Spirit's trying to bring you in something better. You know, your 9 of Cups. So that's a warning. I'm going to leave that there because that's pretty crystal clear if I've ever heard it. So, okay, sidebar. Let's get back to the reading here. So, 6 of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. Oh, Ace of Cups again. Okay, showing up twice. Exactly. Strength on the bottom again. What the heck? Okay. You're an amazing person, first of all. You're incredibly strong. I think people come to you to feel better. Whether you talk to them or you're just around them, your presence makes people feel better. People like coming back around to you. Could be a Leo involved in here somewhere as well. Why do I feel like you've got a lot of people from your past kind of hovering around with this 10 of Wands energy here? Goodness gracious. Anyways, yeah, so what you're looking for going forward to be victorious as you're looking for equal give and take, okay? You're looking for something that's reciprocal, for something that's deserving of you. Let's put it that way. Ace of Cups here again. I just feel like love, like there's this new offer, potentially this new offer of love coming in, if not just self-love, quite honestly. That, you know, Spirit, I feel like Spirit is really tells me that Spirit's wanting to bring this in for you, okay? But you've got to deal with this stuff over here first. You've got to put that to bed, and you're almost there, okay? Like this is like a hair's breadth away from being done because it's a 10. So, you know, just one more push and you can get your Ace of Wands, your Ace of Cups, your Ace of Swords, like all that good stuff, right? This 7 of Pentacles energy here falling below the 9 of Pentacles. Again, I think that, you know, you've built this up for yourself. Like you've obviously worked hard and come into this new cycle with some abundance, you know. These are all the things that you have planted, you know, below the ground. Which card is that? Oh, it's still the 7 of Pentacles. It's just in my other deck that I'm thinking of. You know, where you've planted the seed, up comes the fruits of your labor sort of thing. But, you know, this card always reminds me that something's missing. It's like, yeah, I've got all this stuff, but now what? Sort of energy, right? So tell us more about this new journey. What lies ahead for our beautiful Geminis here? There it is. Someone coming forward. Are they offering an apology, or could they be offering a sweet little love offer? Let's get some more cards out to see. Being that it's falling under all this goodness here, I have to be inclined to think that this is someone new coming forward. Just thought I'd put the emphasis on that. Give us some more information on this lovely little Page of Cups here. Could be someone younger or just someone who's just got a sweet innocence about them, and who's willing to kind of start out slow and, you know, take things as they come. Let it build, right? Because there's lots of new beginnings in here. It's building. It's almost like creating a new foundation for yourself and building off of that foundation. Everything's new and shiny. Almost. Almost, because you've got to settle this here. So again, we're getting, you know, Pentacles with this Page of Pentacles coming in, right? You're starting off with this, right? Coming in, and now you've got Cups. So Pentacles and Cups. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let's hear more about this Page of Cups energy, please. Boy, I sure do like readings like this that have a happy ending, because some of them are just so darn sad, and I feel bad for people. It's nice to hear some happy news. But you were there once too, Gemini. Like, you've been through it. You've been through it. And so this is your time to shine, I'm hearing. This song has been in my head all day. It started this morning. I was making my breakfast, and I'm plugging away, and all of a sudden I realized I've been playing this song in my head over and over, and it's Back to Life by, is it Soul to Soul? So I don't know if someone wants to go take a listen to that song. Back to Life, Back to Reality. Oh, Page of Cups, please. Why is this a top secret? Maybe Spirit doesn't want you to know just yet. I find that hard to believe, though. Okay, we've got 8 of Cups and the Queen of Wands with 4 of Cups on the bottom. We had 4 of Cups over here as well. I feel like this is your energy here, Gemini. I don't want to comment on that 8 of Cups yet. I'm getting a few different scenarios here. But that Queen of Wands, it's almost like this Page of Cups comes towards you and you have some skepticism, quite honestly. I mean, you're a queen, they're a page. I think that's the first thing that's most obvious. You're in your power right now. Like, you're so well balanced. You've worked really hard on yourself, and you're not about to invest in something or someone that's not worthy of you. It's almost like I've been down this road before. But let's clarify this 8 of Cups energy here, because it's got me a bit stumped. Let's clarify this 8 of Cups, please. Yeah, so as I'm doing this, I'm just getting drawn back to the fact that it almost feels like this person has taken this cup from the past. This has to do with the past, and it's just like, you don't want more of the same. It's like, no thanks. But let's clarify. Let's wait for the card to clarify. So we've got 4 of Swords and 9 of Swords. So, oh goodness, and some defensiveness there and fighting people off. So lots of thinking, lots of being up in your head. I feel, yeah, you know, it was at this point that you walked away probably from a lot of stuff in your life, and we're left kind of in this energy, kind of going dormant, taking time to rest and think and contemplate and decide, you know, what it is that I want from my life. It could have been after a time of heartbreak, because with the 9 of Swords as well, we get kind of this mental anguish, some sleepless nights perhaps, or just waking up in the middle of the night and being like, what has my life come to? What have I done? Like, I can't believe this is happening. This really speaks of past energy to me here. And so again, it just really reinforces that there's something, I think, about this new offer coming from this person that reminds you about something from the past and you're fearful, right? Because Nine of Swords often talks about it's not actually anything occurring. It's getting up in your head and allowing your fears to get the best of you, that this person, what they're offering is just going to be more of the same of what you've had previously, and you're skeptical of it. You're skeptical of this offer, okay? But what you may not realize, because you're so focused on that here with the Four of Cups at the bottom of the deck, is that Spirit's actually offering this up to you. So Spirit's actually handing you this new love, right? They're handing you this person. They're, the time is right to bring this person forward. And if you walk away, it's going to be because you got all up in your head, and so take some time. I think the Four of Swords also reminds me that, take some time to think about this and give this person a chance, and don't get all wrapped up in your head and start, fearing the worst, is what I'm getting there. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Again, there's this energy of feeling battered and bruised. I think you're remembering a time. Nine of Wands is right before that 10 of Wands. You're remembering a really difficult time in your life. Someone else got a very similar read to this. Very similar read. I can't remember who though. But it's just remembering a time and again, this time of contemplation and taking a time out and taking your time at that, because there's no way you're going back to this, okay? There's no way you're going to allow yourself to have to feel out in the cold again. We've got some deceit, lies, sneakiness, ghosting, on the bottom there. So it's interesting because it's almost like this new person could trigger some past stuff with you, which again takes me right back to what we talked about over here, is you need to work through the rest of this business with these two people here. Again, one last push. You can do this before you can claim victory on romance, at least, okay? Personally, you're doing great. I think you've got some sort of business idea that you're wanting to take off. But again, until you clear this stuff up, it's going to be really hard to take that forward. So what can Gemini expect for a future outcome here? What should Gemini focus on even? Advice for our Geminis. Gotta be kidding me. So Four of Cups again. You have it over here, right? And 10 of Swords. This is another warning, Gemini. Queen of Pentacles on the bottom here. This is another warning that if you're going to ignore what Spirit's offering you, you could miss out on something. You could really miss out on something. It's interesting. We've got 9 of Swords and 10 of Swords here. So if you keep thinking the worst, getting up in your head of this 9 of Swords, right? If you get carried away in that and keep ignoring this gift from Spirit, this new love offer coming in, then you're going to end up with the 10 of Swords. And I don't think you want that. You've worked too hard for that. So your personal life needs some attention, Gemini. Your personal life as far as romance and stuff goes. If you're waiting for one of these people too, if you're kind of holding out hope that this person might come back to you, again, you're missing the gifts that are being presented to you. And again, there could be 3 people involved. So I'm getting Scorpio energy, Earth energy, air energy, more Earth energy. Honestly, I'm not, some Leo energy. So you could be dealing with a Leo, Scorpio, someone who's got Scorpio in their chart, an earth sign or an air sign. Those 3 people, if you keep focusing on them or waiting for them or whatever it is that needs to be tied up here, you're going to miss this, okay? And that would be a shame. Let's just ask, if Gemini accepts this Page of Cups here, what's a potential outcome? If everything lines up as it currently is, we've got Temperance here and the King of Swords. Interesting. The 2 of Pentacles on the bottom, Hermit, Page of Wands. It's like, if you accept this new love offer, this is interesting. You're potentially looking at, It's almost like Spirit's backing this up. It's like Spirit's been working behind the scenes for you on this, mixing this until it's just right. This is a new beginning. Like this is, you can see the glowing here, intuition, you know, on fire sort of thing, a beautiful balance between, you know, earth and water. So emotions and groundedness and stuff. It's almost like you're potentially turning your back on this. And it's almost like this will occur in divine timing anyways. I don't know that you have to worry about anything. Just focus your attention on here and wrapping this stuff up, and, you know, Spirit will take care of the rest. It's like being protected by Spirit, if you will. Interesting that this King of Swords comes out again, though, because it just made me wonder, my goodness, is this who's going to be making this new offer? But it's a new person. Let's clarify this King of Swords. What's he doing here next to the Temperance? Like, what? Just to confuse matters. Temperance again. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Well, that's Spirit's way of saying exactly like I just said. I specifically asked what would happen if you accepted this love offer. And Temperance came out, which is a positive card, and this King of Swords. But I just talked about needing to wrap that up and to deal with that before you could carry on. Okay. I'm going to say it. May not be for you, but I have to say it because it's Spirit's like, duh, and Queen of Wands here again at the bottom. It's entirely possible that there's one or two people over here that you need to say goodbye to. You might have been involved with the King of Swords energy here. Like, I'm getting married because it's a king energy. And again, this is just what came up for me at the beginning. And it may be that this person is going to bring in, this is a new opportunity that they're bringing into you. Perhaps they've changed. They even offer an apology. I shouldn't even say offering love, right? This can also represent an apology. But it's almost like this King of Swords is going to come in and offer this apology. Okay, so if they do, okay, let's say that if this is an apology here, where does this take the two of you? If this King of Swords comes in and presents this apology, Hanged Man, it's gonna leave you in this energy of contemplation, needing time away to think about things, to receive illumination. Just give me a minute. I'm hearing I need to think about this. Okay, so tell me more. What else? Once you've had time to think about whatever apology this person's bringing forward, what's the outcome? Jeez. Two of Pentacles. So you're going to be left not knowing what to do. This apology is going to throw you for a tailspin, Gemini. You're going to have a choice to make. I know it's not the Two of Swords, but it feels like a choice, and it feels tumultuous. It feels like, oh my God, what am I going to do now? If I kind of weighing out the options is what I'm hearing. What does this apology entail? Like, what are they bringing forward with this apology? What are their intentions with this apology? Yeah, what are their intentions with this apology? Obviously, this reading was almost over, and now I'm getting right back into the thick of it. Oh, Gemini, I love you so. Whoops, Empress energy here. Wow. Well, the same thing applies. Page of Wands, passionate new beginning, new beginnings everywhere. I guess the same thing applies. Like, Spirit's offering you something that's right in front of you, and you need to see it, and it has something to do with this King of Swords. It does, because it showed up again. Temperance showed up twice. There's no coincidence. I'm not getting that wrong. I got it wrong over here. Although there may be something in here that the two of you need to sort out, and that's what I meant by letting go. Like, you need to deal with that. So the story remains somewhat the same. But it's almost like I feel like this person apologizing to you and letting you know how much you mean to them. They see you as this. They see you as the Empress, the mother of their children, I'm hearing. You know, there's a really sincere look on this King of Swords face. This one looks cold and kind of icy, you know, but this one is remorseful is what I get here, which I guess would explain the apology and the offer. Okay, but what comes of this? New beginning. Oh, wow. Okay. So when they tell you this, this is again Spirit offering this new beginning. Life is good for you now, but there's something else on the other side that's being offered to you, and it's promised to be good. And here we've got the Fool, which is interesting because the Fool comes before the Magician, right? And so it's this new journey that you can embark on after a period of conflict, it looks like, with this King of Swords energy here. Well, that took a turn, didn't it? Five of Cups on the bottom of there. Let's, in the spirit of not going down even more rabbit holes, let's pull some Moonology and maybe a couple love messages to get a sense of what this person would want to say to you. So going back to this, I'm being drawn back here again. There's something that you need to wrap up with this earth energy over here, possibly with Scorpio in their chart. Okay, this is somebody I think that you might have been involved with that you felt like you could tame. Kind of that situation, you know, sometimes, especially when you're in codependent relationships, how you see the best in people, even if they're absolute jerks and stuff like that, you see the absolute best in them. You know, that it's not worth investing in. And I think I'd said at some point that potentially you've been waiting for this person. And, you know, by doing that and having them come forward potentially in the future and offer you something, a little something, this is going to be just another burden for you. And I think Spirit's trying to move you away from that. So what advice do you have for our Geminis over here? Over here, over there, let's say. In this situation here, what's the advice? Balance spirituality and practicality. Okay, so this to me speaks more about business. It could be related to a Pisces, or you've got Pisces in your chart, Gemini. But this talks about balancing spirituality and practicality with something related to business. Okay, so whatever venture you're thinking of doing, because I feel like you do have something in mind. Just remember that, especially if it's a spiritual path, you have to be able to make money from it too. And so it's like maybe you do some spiritual activity and you do something else in addition to that really brings home the bacon, you know, until you can build up your spiritual business, let's say. Okay, so that's a super specific message for somebody. Show the world the real you. Absolutely. I think you're already on your way to doing that, quite honestly. And what do you need to release? So I did ask about over here. So what you need to release possibly is something in the past, a burden you had with this person in the past. And perhaps you need, at a minimum, need to listen to their apology. And you don't have to accept it, but hear them out. Right? And maybe you need to release whatever negative emotions may have gone down with you and this other person. You know, from there, it's your choice whether or not you want to start off on another beginning with this person, if you want to start over with this person again or not. Okay, that'll be different for everybody. Use your intuition. On the bottom, a new romantic cycle begins, so that could be a clue. Now, with respect to this situation over here, what advice is there? It's interesting because I'm being drawn back here. I talked about, you know, when this new person comes forward, this new offer comes forward, you're going to be skeptical of it because of the past, because of what you went through in the past. But these are just fears, you know, and it leads to me to believe even more so that you've had a past with this person. But the cards are saying in here, the cards are showing that this person has changed. Something about them has changed, whether it's them, whether it's their perspective, whether it's their approach towards you. I don't know, but yeah, interesting. But advice for this side, if you're this sort of stuff, this burden that you need to let go of, let's talk more about this. Advice for this side. If you're waiting for this person, they could come back around, but they're not offering you what you want. They'll offer something, but it's not what you want. I don't think they're in a position to be able to offer you what you truly want. For timing, it could be fairly soon. That's all I'm going to say. Because 10 is being at the end of a cycle, right? Advice for this side, please. Your hard work is paying off. Step out of your comfort zone. So there's something about this other situation that feels comfortable to you, feels safe, predictable. It's something that you know, which leads me to believe you really need to release it. It's in your best interest to release it. Because you're not staying there because it's good for you. You're staying there because it's your comfort zone. And your hard work is paying off, as evidenced by this 10 of Wands. Like I said, final push and you're there. So keep it up, okay? Interesting, we have a new romantic cycle begins again on this side. Any other advice on this side here? You are good enough. Possibly you feel that you're not good enough for this person. They may have actually rejected you or ghosted you. Could have something to do with a Virgo here. What could come of this situation here? Like if Gemini chose to continue investing energy into this, what's the potential outcome here? Nothing is yet set in stone. A new start is coming. One more card, please. So it could go either way, Gemini. The choice is yours. Who else did I just read for? Was it Aries? Where, you know, the choice is yours. No one can make it for you. Regardless, a new start is coming. Right? Whether you choose in the romantic cycle for it to be with this person or this person, you know, surrender to the divine and be bold and make the first move. Don't let pride get in your way. Leo coming out here again. So Gemini, I mean, if you're feeling inclined to reach out to this person, if you're sick of waiting for them and you just want to get on with it, maybe that's part of pushing through this is making an approach and to find out where you stand with this person, okay? If you're feeling inclined to do that. You know, I don't know. Is it worth your time and investment? I'm not sure. I think there's an element of trust. When I see surrender to the divine, I think of this situation over here. I think it's saying to, you know, it looks to me like it's saying, look what we're offering you, look what we're offering you, look what we're offering you sort of thing. You know, to potentially invest your time in this more than this over here. But I also believe it's talking about trust. Trust in yourself too. But maybe you need some closure with this person here. And if you are in need of closure, you may not even be waiting for this person to start anything new or whatever. But if you need closure from this person I'm getting, then, you know, it might be you that has to step out and make the first move to get that closure, close the chapter on this so that you can move on. Gemini, I can feel myself repeating myself, so I'm going to leave it there. If you've enjoyed the video, please be sure to hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed already, please consider doing so and making sure to hit that little notification bell so I can let you know when new readings come out. Have a great week, gems, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye for now.